Hey guys, how's it going? It's Aziel here. So this is part 7 of my Paragon Early Access Beginner's Guide, and for this video we're going to be overviewing the jungle and just looking at what everything the jungle offers and the different type of minions, the different type of buffs, and everything like that. So all the good stuff, guys. So first things first, little tip, guys. A lot of people say they get confused when you walk in the jungle, and granted, it is kind of confusing when you first walk into it. There's a lot of lanes, like I mentioned before, and you can easily get lost. So the best tip I could give you guys is just load up versus AI and walk around the map, walk around the jungle. Generally, the AI won't even bother you. You just go into your jungle, walk through all the lanes, look at where you are on the map in correlation of the mini map, so you're aware where you are, and just look for like map cues and whatnot, like landmarks or whatever the case is, and just spend like 10-15 minutes just walking around it. The map is mirrored, so once you learn one side, you'll learn the next side. So anyways, let's get into it. So right there, I just killed the white camp. So there's two white camps per side of the jungle. So there's 4 quadrants into the jungle, and so there's 2 white camps. So white camps just generally give you character or hero experience and card points. So basically, you'll just level up your card experience and you'll level up your hero experience by killing a white camp. They do relative damage, just not that much damage. But in this case, I'm beating up on a red camp here. So red camps or colored camps. So there's a red and blue camp. So right now I'm working on the red camp. So you'll see it has 2 white minions and 1 red minion. So obviously you can see the red minion definitely has much more health, does more damage. It's definitely doing some damage on me right now. But when you do kill it, it actually drops a buff. So the red buff gives you an attack speed and a speed increase itself, a move speed increase. So and generally they do drop more card experience and hero experience as well. So the colored camps definitely give you a lot more experience overall than the white camps. And in Paragon, if you didn't know, guys, everything is shared. So if you do this with a group, all card experience, all hero experience gets not split but shared amongst everyone. So if 600 card points drops for, or 600 experience drops for killing a blue camp or a blue minion, then you would get 600 points, and any hero around you will also get 600 points. So this is why you see people like grouping up for camps to try to kill it, because everything kind of gets split. So this is the blue camp here, guys, and the blue camp itself, again, same type of thing. You got 2 regular white minions there, and then you got the blue minion. This is all placeholder content, guys. As you can see here, it does say alpha content, so the minions itself don't really have any textures on their models, and these are just placeholders, really. So when the game does go into more of a beta or open beta state, I would imagine these guys would be more fleshed out, and these minions or the jungle minions will have their own textures and models and whatever the case is. So the blue camp itself will actually drop a blue orb, and this blue orb gives you cooldown reduction and mana regen over time. So it increases your mana regen over time. So I should have mentioned that the red buff itself, you really want to make sure that if you are grouping up with people and killing the red buff, you want to make sure that it goes to the AD carrier, someone that is going to be doing heavy damage on your team. So if you have a hero like Twin Blast, Murdoch, Sparrow, whatever the case is, generally you want to make sure you give those the red buff to those type of heroes. If you're a caster like Gideon or Muriel or wherever the case is, that generally those are mana intensive type of heroes. So those mana intensive type of heroes generally want to you want to make sure they get those blue buffs, or so they can get the mana regen over time and the cooldown reduction. So the last buff, or the last camp we're going to be actually looking at, is the black buff camp. So when you kill this black camp, or specifically the black minion or black minion in this camp, it will drop a black buff. And what this black buff does is it basically grants you a damage over time ability on any type of structure. So this could be used on harvesters, towers, inhibitors, cores, whatever the case is. And all you got to do is, once you have the black buff, is attack a tower or a structure once, and it'll apply the debuff on the tower, and it'll do a ticking damage over time on the tower itself. I believe it is 750 damage. Things that can change. Obviously, this is alpha. And yeah, so that's a really good buff to push with your team to take down towers and harvesters. And this over here is the last minion in the jungle in Paragon. And I'm going to be creating a separate video for him, guys. So just because he involves your whole team, it's like if you kill him, it just doesn't affect you. It affects your whole team. So anyways, guys, if you liked the video, drop a like down below. Any comments or suggestions down below as well. I definitely read those. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Have a good one, guys. Take it easy.